HubSpot fails and how to fix them. This is going to be a HubSpot CRM systems breakdown. You see, HubSpot promises to solve all your marketing automation needs. But what they don't tell you is that most companies implement less than 20% of the capabilities, leaving 80% of the money on the table. See, I've implemented HubSpot for dozens of companies, and I'm going to reveal the systems gaps between buying this software and actually making it drive revenue. The implementation challenges that HubSpot tutorial videos conveniently skip. Okay, so let me tell you why most HubSpot implementations fail to deliver ROI. I'm going to break down what you can do to fix it. Okay, the first thing is it's critical that you have custom objects that you must set up before using any automation. Those custom objects are what we call UTM tracking parameters. They allow us to track from the actual marketing assets all the way down through your funnels, your ads, your social media into HubSpot, so we can figure out exactly what marketing is working and where these leads and customers came from. So that is the first thing you must set up. And then the second thing is you must tie everything to revenue, because otherwise, if you don't know what customers are buying, how much they're spending, and where they came from, you're not targeting your audience correctly to figure out where your company makes money and how to go find more of these customers that you can help to make more money. So everything must be tied to revenue. That typically only happens at the end when you get a closed one and you know how much the customer costs. But you can actually start at the beginning. You can back into your business model knowing what's it cost for an impression? What's it cost for a click? What's our conversion rate? What's the cost of customer acquisition costs? And you can start to pencil in your business model, what should it be? What are the targets for your industry? So that you're not spending too much in doing media and marketing. The next thing you have to watch out for is the 5 integration points most companies miss when implementing HubSpot. Okay, so the top integration points are, I already mentioned it earlier, UTM tracking parameters. Those parameters get tagged to social media inbound links and paid so that we know. And most people don't set those up. So you're just doing social media, but there's no tracking on it. So we don't even know if that media is effective. Or we're using vanity metrics like how many people viewed the social media. But what we care about is how much traffic we got from each specific piece of media. The other thing you need is HubSpot Analytics. That's where you connect HubSpot to Meta, Google, and all the other platforms. The other top integration is your forms. So your funnels and lead gen, most people build those in WordPress or some other funnel system. You should build those natively in HubSpot so that you have full tracking and data all the way down through your funnel and the buying journey. And the last thing that most people don't integrate is just the fundamentals of other data tracking sources like Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, other free analytics, because it's really hard to trust the data. We typically don't trust the data until we have 4 redundant data sets that are showing the same data. That if we get a lead, HubSpot has to agree, Google Analytics, Meta, and Google Pixels both have to agree that was a lead. If all 4 agree, we probably have a robust data set that we can trust. And now we're going to cover why following the money is impossible without these prerequisite systems. If you don't know what your customers are buying and how much they're spending, we typically don't get that except for out of our financial systems or our contracts where we write it. We got to get that back into HubSpot so we actually know the value of the revenue of each customer. So that's number 1. Do you even know the revenue of each customer in HubSpot? The other prerequisite systems are tracking the money, conversion rates, return on advertising spend. All those can be best practices, but most people aren't tracking that, so they don't even know how much they're spending on marketing and how much they're spending on sales to acquire that revenue so they can afford to even get that customer. And so lastly, the real cost of a proper HubSpot implementation that the sales reps never mention to you. The real cost is not in the license. It's in the revenue you're losing because it's not set up correctly, that if it was set up correctly, you would have so much more revenue. It's in the cost of all the time you're wasting doing manual tracking because your tracking's not set up right, or the time your team is wasting doing marketing and sales that we have no idea if that activity is productive or even leads to revenue. We're just flying blind. That's the real cost, not the cost of HubSpot. It's the cost of what everything else you're doing in your business that's not effectively driving revenue. And so what HubSpot doesn't tell you about their system is how it actually hits your revenue target. Almost nobody sets up their revenue target and then backs into what does HubSpot have to do to help me hit that target. So that's the biggest tip. Look at your revenue targets and then look at what in HubSpot will help you hit that target. So now that you understand revenue systems that you need to make HubSpot actually work, you can see why most businesses get stuck. You know, they have the software, but not the implementation know-how. So if you're facing the exact roadblocks that I just highlighted with HubSpot, your current implementation can't scale, you have no clear path to tracking your revenue targets within the system, and you're still consumed by manual data entry and reporting trying to track revenue, I can assure you that investment's not paying off. You need a revenue system that will double your business without doubling your HubSpot workload. So that's why I'm offering a free demo call where I can map out exactly how to properly implement HubSpot to overcome these roadblocks and create a predictable growth engine for you. So please click the link in the description, schedule your demo call today.